Listen to me. When I tell you the most powerful way to achieve your dreams, I need you to hear it with your chest, not just your ears. Because some of you were told your dream was too big, your vision was too crazy, your goals were unrealistic, and you believed them. But the fact that it even showed up in your mind means you were built with the wiring, the capacity, the blueprint to make it happen. Your brain is not producing fantasies, it's producing instructions. It's giving you a preview of what your life could look like if you stop hesitating and start deciding. I had a young man come to me once, discouraged, head down, voice shaky, asking if his dream was too big. I told him the truth. No dream is too big when it's yours. If you can see it, you can walk toward it. If you can think it, you can build it. But here's the problem. Most people can dream, but very few are willing to make the decisions required to match that dream. You want the life you saw in your head, but you want to live with the habits you have right now. It doesn't work like that. You can't ask for $1 million vision while living with $5 discipline. You can't expect a championship life while making rookie-level decisions. You want your dream? Show me your decisions, and I need you to write it. Don't just talk about it. Don't just think about it. Write it. Put it on your wall, your mirror, your notebook, your phone, somewhere your eyes can't escape it. Because the moment your eyes see it every day, your actions start adjusting. Your choices start shifting. Your life starts turning in the direction of the vision. That's the power of putting ink on paper. You give your dream a body before it exists. Hear me, just because you wrote it doesn't mean it happens tomorrow. Some of you are frustrated because you're dreaming at 15 and expecting it to happen at 16. You're dreaming at 20 and expecting it to manifest by Friday. It doesn't work like that. Just like it takes 21 years to be 21 years old, it takes time to grow into the person capable of holding the dream you saw. Rushing it destroys it. Patience protects it. Slow down, but don't stop. Move steady, not sloppy. Walk with intention, not impatience. Your dream ain't late. You're early. And don't run from the hard moments. There's a blessing in every lesson if you've got the eyes to see it. Some of the greatest breakthroughs in my life came wrapped in problems I didn't want. Some of your elevation will come from places you didn't choose. That's why you can't fold when life hits you. You don't quit. You don't panic. You don't shrink. You study the moment and ask, what is this teaching me? What decision is this moment demanding from me? How is this shaping me into the version of myself that can carry my dream? If you want the most powerful way to achieve your dreams, it starts with this. Protect the vision, write the vision, decide for the vision, and grow into the vision. Because the only person who can stop you is the one in the mirror. The dream is real. The question is, are your decisions? Every dream you've ever carried, every vision that ever flashed across your mind, every idea that made your heart beat a little faster came to you because you were built to do something with it. But hear me clearly. Dreaming alone won't save you. Wishing alone won't move you. Wanting alone won't change you. If you're serious about achieving what you see in your head, you've got to start with the one thing most people run from. You've got to start with belief at a level that shakes your soul. I'm talking about belief so strong, it makes people uncomfortable. Belief so loud it drowns out every doubt, every excuse, every limitation anybody ever tried to put on your life. Because this is what most folks don't understand. The dream didn't show up to tease you. It didn't show up to mock you. It showed up because you are capable. But capability means nothing without conviction. You can't just say you want it. You've got to believe you were built for it. And some of you let people who stopped dreaming years ago tell you what's possible for your life. You let folks who quit on their own potential convince you that yours is unrealistic. You let people with small courage talk you out of big visions. You've got to stop letting people who never walked in your shoes tie your laces. Belief is your foundation. It's the anchor that stops you from drifting when life hits you in the mouth. Because trust me, life is coming. Setbacks are coming. Days that make you question everything you thought you knew are coming. And when those days hit, the only thing that keeps you standing is that belief rooted deep in your chest that says, I was made for this. When you believe at that level, you stop negotiating with your goals. You stop asking yourself if the dream is too big and start asking what version of you needs to show up to match it. Some of you think your dream is delayed because you're not talented enough. No, it's delayed because you don't believe enough. You think your pace is slow because you weren't born with the right gifts. No, it's because your faith in yourself is weaker than your fear of failure. You show up timid. You show up hoping instead of declaring. You show up reacting instead of owning. You were not designed to move like that. You were designed to step, to claim, to build, to show up like you're the chosen one for the assignment placed on your heart. When you truly believe, your walk changes, your energy changes, your discipline changes. You stop waiting for motivation and start acting out of purpose. You stop waiting for the right moment and decide that every moment you breathe is the right one. And that belief triggers a different version of you, the version that refuses to quit, refuses to fold, refuses to shrink. The version that wakes up with fire, not fear. The version that knows the dream isn't too big. The dream is exactly the size required to pull out the greatness buried inside you. So the first, most powerful step toward achieving your dreams is not talent, not luck, not a perfect plan. It's belief, unshakable, undeniable, unapologetic belief that what you saw in your spirit is already yours. And all you're doing now is walking toward it. You keep saying you want the dream, you keep saying you want that next level, but you're still keeping everything trapped in your head. And that's the problem. The mind is powerful, but it's also slippery. It forgets. It gets distracted. It gets overwhelmed. So when you keep your dream locked in, your thoughts, it becomes optional. It becomes negotiable. It becomes something you visit when life feels good instead of something you are committed to every single day. But the moment you write it down, that moment everything changes. When you put it on paper, you give it weight. You give it structure. You give it accountability. When you write it, you stop wishing and you start working. Listen to me. You can't hit a target you can't see. And some of you waking up every day frustrated, discouraged, mad at yourself because you don't feel like you're moving forward. But you aren't moving forward because you don't have a map. You don't have instructions. You don't have a north star that tells your brain, this is where we are going and nothing else matters. Writing the vision isn't schoolwork. It's spiritual work. It's discipline. It's clarity. It's telling your future, I'm coming for you, and telling your fears, I'm done listening to you. When you put that goal on your wall, when you put it on your mirror, when you put it on your phone background, every time your eyes see it, your brain says, this is real. This is possible. This is what we do now. That's why champions do it. That's why dreamers who actually become doers do it. Because when life gets loud, and trust me, it will, your written vision becomes the reminder that pulls you back in. The world will try to distract you. People will try to doubt you. Your emotions will try to betray you. But the moment you see those words you wrote, it snaps you back, it grounds you, it anchors you. Some of you want elevation without organization. You want breakthrough without blueprint. You want success without structure. That's not how greatness works. Writing your dream forces you to define it. And when you define it, you can finally move toward it with purpose. Write it so that your decisions have direction. Write it so that your actions have intention. Write it so when the old version of you tries to come back, your future self already has the final say. And don't write small. Don't shrink the dream because someone else can't see it. Don't water it down because someone else is uncomfortable. If it's in your mind, you can do it. If it shows up in your imagination, it's because something deep inside you already knows you're capable. Write the dream the way it came to you. Big, bold, borderline unbelievable. Because the moment you write it, it stops being fantasy. It becomes a contract between you and your destiny. Write it, see it, believe it, chase it, become it. When you finally understand that your thoughts are not accidents but assignments, everything about your grind changes. You stop treating ideas like visitors and you start treating them like instructions. That's the shift. That's the moment you begin to realize that the dream didn't show up in your mind to tease you. It showed up to test you. It showed up because it belongs to you. But here's the part most people miss. Once the dream shows up, the work must show up with it. You can't keep wishing for something you're not willing to build brick by brick. I need you to catch this. Your dream is real. but your consistency is optional. And that's the problem. You think dreaming makes you special. It doesn't. Everybody dreams. Everybody imagines. Everybody sees something in their head that looks bigger, better, greater than where they are right now. But very few people are willing to honor the dream with daily work. Not weekly work, not when I feel like it, work, daily work. You can't say you want greatness and then only give effort when it's convenient. Convenience is where dreams die. Commitment is where dreams live. Every time that vision pops up in your mind, that's not coincidence. That's confirmation. Confirmation that you've been chosen to execute something. But you can't execute what you keep postponing. You can't win if you only work when it's cute, when it's easy, when it's Instagram worthy. The most powerful people in the world mentally, spiritually, professionally, aren't the ones who shout the loudest. They're the ones who show up the longest. They're the ones who take their dream out of their head and put it into motion even when they tired, even when they broke, even when they scared, even when nobody claps for them. And that's what I'm telling you right now. Motion is the miracle. Not wishing, not hoping, not saying one day. Motion, movement, showing up even when you don't feel like showing up. That's what separates the dreamers from the doers. You keep asking for signs, your effort is the sign. You keep waiting for permission, your progress is the permission. Every step you take toward the dream is proof you deserve the dream. And the problem with too many of you is that you're giving energy to everything except the thing you say you want. You're distracted, you're scattered. You're pouring yourself into things that don't multiply you. If you want that dream, you've got to become dangerous with your focus, dangerous with your discipline, dangerous with your follow-through. Because the dream is not just testing your imagination, it's testing your identity. It wants to know if you're the type of person who can carry what you're asking for. You want success, but can success trust you? You want elevation, but can elevation rely on you? Your dream is waiting on you to decide you're done playing with it. So today, I'm challenging you. Turn your dream into a lifestyle. Turn your dream into a routine. Turn your dream into something you pursue like oxygen. Make it your non-negotiable. When you do that, when you treat the dream like it's sacred, like it's urgent, like it's yours, you will watch it transform from an idea into a reality. Because the truth is simple. The moment you match your daily behavior to the size of your dream, that's the moment your dream finally becomes possible. You've got to understand something today. Protecting your dream isn't optional, it's survival. When you're chasing something big, something legendary, something that keeps you up at night because it's calling your name, you can't let everybody in the room with you. You can't let everybody speak into you. You can't let every voice shape your future. Some of you keep wondering why your dream feels heavy, why it feels blurry, why you keep losing momentum. And it's because you're letting too many people who don't believe like you, who don't sacrifice like you, who don't grind like you, sit in the front row of your life. You've got to guard your energy like your life depends on it, because it does. Every dream has a frequency, a vibration, a rhythm, and not everybody is built to hear it. Some people are tone deaf to your destiny. You're trying to forward think around people who only live in the present. You're trying to grow around people who are committed to staying stuck. You're trying to elevate, and you're surrounded by people who are perfectly comfortable crawling. And you wonder why you're tired. You wonder why you're inconsistent. You wonder why your fire keeps going out. It's not your dream that's the problem, it's your environment. You can't soar around people who refuse to leave the ground. You've got to get to a place in your life where you stop apologizing for wanting more. Stop apologizing for protecting your peace. Stop apologizing because you won't answer every phone call, won't respond to every text, won't entertain every conversation. You're not rude, you're focused. There's a difference. When greatness is calling, distractions feel louder, negativity feels heavier, and average starts knocking on your door like it has the right to stay. But you've got to lock in. You've got to tighten your circle. You've got to say, if you don't push me, you don't get proximity. If you don't believe in me, you don't get a front row seat. If you're not committed to growth, you don't get to influence my mindset. Your dream is fragile at the beginning. It's like a seed. You can't plant a seed in toxic soil and expect fruit. You can't expose your dream to everybody and expect them to water it. Some people don't want to water it. Some people want to step on it. Some people want to doubt it into the ground. So you've got to be intentional about who you let in your space. Your space is sacred when your purpose is serious. When you get around the right people, something happens. Your belief increases. Your confidence strengthens. Your vision gets clearer. You stop second-guessing yourself. You start moving differently. You start thinking differently. You start raising your standards because their life forces you to raise yours. That's the power of proximity. And once you experience it, once you feel what it's like to be around people who hold you accountable to your greatness, never waste another day giving access to people who drain the life out of your ambition. So tighten your circle. Protect your dream. Guard your energy, because the people you keep close will either fuel your purpose or suffocate it. When you finally understand that momentum is built in the dark, that's when everything changes for you. Too many of you want applause before the performance, celebration before consistency, validation before execution. But the people who win at the highest level, the ones who see their dreams rise from invisible to undeniable, they don't start with noise. They start with discipline. They start with silence. They start with a commitment to themselves that nobody else even knows about. And when you do that, when you move like that, you become dangerous in all the right ways. Because hear what I'm telling you. Silence is not weakness. Silence is strategy. Silence is focus. Silence is the birthplace of mastery. When you're quiet, you can hear your own thoughts. You can hear your own fears. You can hear the truth about what's holding you back. And more importantly, you can hear the path you've been ignoring. Some of you talk so much about what you're going to do that you never actually do it. You waste your energy convincing people instead of converting your grind into results. But when you shut your mouth and lock in, everything in your life starts to line up. Your mind gets sharper. Your decisions get cleaner. Your goals get louder even when you don't speak a word. You've got to understand something. The world rewards results, not announcements. Nobody cares about your "I'm about to." Nobody's moved by your "I think I'm gonna try." The world responds to outcomes. And outcomes are birthed from hours that nobody sees. So when you choose to stay silent, you're not hiding, you're building. You're not retreating, you're preparing. You're not avoiding people, you're avoiding distractions. Every time you pull back to work on you, your future thanks you for that investment. Some of you are surrounded by people who don't deserve to hear your dreams because they don't have the capacity to understand them. You're sharing million-dollar visions with 5-cent thinkers. And every time you tell them what you're planning, they drain you, they doubt you, they slow you down. But when you stay silent, you protect your seed. You protect your energy. You protect your genius. You give yourself room to grow without interference. And the moment you understand that not everybody should have access to your process accelerates. Dreams grow best when planted in quiet soil. You water them with repetition. You nourish them with discipline. You feed them with sacrifice. You guard them with consistency. And then when the time is right, they bloom in front of everyone who thought you disappeared. That's the beauty of silence. People think you're still, but you're evolving. They think you're inactive, but you're incubating. They think you gave up, but you're gearing up. And when you finally step out, when you finally reveal what you've been working on, the same people who doubted you will swear it happened overnight. They won't see the nights you stayed awake. They won't see the mornings you got up early. They won't see the habits you broke, the temptations you resisted, the tears you wiped on your own shirt. They will only see the result. And that's fine. That's exactly how it's supposed to be. So if you want the most powerful way to achieve your dreams, you better learn to master the quiet seasons. Stay silent. Stay focused. Stay committed. Don't announce it. Don't explain it. Don't justify it. Just grind until your silence becomes the loudest thing they've ever heard.